1. Lock 2. Holy shit, camera. Ugh. That's one way to ruin a morning right there. Ugh. All of this. But regardless, we press on. What? I mean, that's suggestive, sure. Pretty sure no. But whatever. Hi, everyone. Welcome to D&D Day. I don't think any of us are quite not drunk yet. Or not undrunk yet or something. I don't even know. More wine. More wine. But the important thing is, you're here, I'm here, the voices in our head are here, because you can't see them. And we've got dice to roll. Potentially, maybe. I don't know. I don't actually know if we're rolling dice today. But we're going to find out. I am going to, let's just hand it straight on over if you're ready, miss. Then take it away. Liberated. Sort of. Yeah, I'm not sleeping. Probably after stargazing for a little while, we'll end up just headed back to... probably actually spend it up on deck. Kind of want to see the sunrise and, kind of take stock of what all's going on. Well, maybe maybe restoration will actually fix that. I had to get that one in. Hey, that's a disease, and I know restoration works on that. Even if it's space malaria. Actually, hold on just a second, sorry. I realized that it does not seem to be picking you up.
unfortunate because I'm quite a good date.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that we're up and running, so let's just go on from here.
Can you hear my gorgeously annoying voice?
I see the receptor for the headphones working, so there you go.
Yeah.
Alright, so as the as the sky becomes light with the sun beginning to rise, you don't quite yet see the bright orb, but you notice that Remy's body becomes very warm on top of yours. They will, despite having stayed awake with you for the time that you were able to spend together, they will suddenly fall unconscious. And as the sun rises, what was the petite elf on your lap becomes the golden fox. And what was the golden fox laying near your feet becomes the girl with the fox ears.
Just kind of watching over that, just checking the sun. Is a wow. It really is just when the first slivers of day show up, huh?
Were you talking to somebody or just talking to yourself?
I guess I'm talking is for confirmation.
From the DM?
Yeah, it's literally just like when the first slices show up, this happens.
Remy is fox during the day, yes, and at night, as soon as the sun dips down, you get Remy back.
Full night has to hit, but the first journey is the first. Okay. Well, I'll wait for a little while, make sure day fully sets in.
Alright. The morning is warming, and the pirates are beginning on their tasks. Busy with directing them the best she can with what knowledge she's faking. And from there, we will check in on our groups who had stayed in the tavern. It is all of you got your full rest. Huck, what are you doing?
Hawk will take a moment to shower, seeming as he doesn't know how much longer he'll be on the ship. And when he's done there, is he sleeping or?
Melissa is a pretty heavy sleeper. She doesn't like to get up.
Okay, then he will peek out to go downstairs and order some food up in the room.
Okay. So for the most part, you're just going through the morning calmly.
I'm sorry, I'm wrestling with a plastic bag. Yeah, just pretty much the same general. Just he's just trying to make sure that Ulysses is taken care of.
Okay. All right, and that'll bring us to Tuki.
Is Shaden still asleep?
Well, when you first wake up, Shaden's still asleep, seeing as she does need quite a few more hours than you do.
Sweet. Then I think Hawk had a good plan. She's gonna wash up and then go order some food, but she's gonna take more time with it. Shaden needs to sleep and she wants to bring Shaden breakfast in bed.
Alright. Is there anything specific you guys want to do with your respective interviews before heading to the boat?
Share breakfast in bed.
Okay. Alright.
I have
Go
supplies I need to get.
I was just about to touch on that. Yes, you're wanting to go into town. Are you taking anybody with you?
Remy's still asleep, right?
Remy Fox is asleep.
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave them alone.
Alright.
I'll cart them along with me.
Okay. Just throw them over your shoulder like a scarf or under your arm like a football.
Yeah, probably football carry.
Poor Remy Fox. Alright.
Safer than trying to wear them like a scarf while they're asleep.
Like a fancy lady.
Can I have you roll perception, please?
You could.
And will you?
Hold on a second. I gotta grab my other dice. Yep. Let's see. 17 on the dice, so 30.
Alright. You don't even get off the ship when you just kind of... The hair on the back of your neck stands up, and you glance back to see that the girl is following you.
No, does she keep her clothes during transformation?
Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then I'm not so concerned.
Bring back breakfast or
She can go. She can walk up beside.
She will... If you are allowing her to, she will walk beside you. And where are you headed to?
I need. To find Mithril.
Oh yes, obviously. First stop on the left.
Yeah, but I know a person who may or may not be an artificer. That's a good place to go.
You're going back to the gnome's shop.
Yes, I am.
Alright. It is early morning, so once you get past the ports, it does calm down a bit. It's not quite so busy. But you will find that the gnome shop is open. The
Yay.
gnome who... I hope somebody took note of their name, because I don't remember. And I'm often like that.
Taboo.
See, here's the thing about that. Yes, I did take notes. However, don't know where the fuck those notes are.
So you did it, you just don't know where.
I took them. I am looking to find where they are, if I even still have them. Because my place is kind of a mess right now. That is my excuse.
Well, that's a fair excuse, seeing as you have boxes everywhere,
I
probably.
got boxes everywhere. And I don't have it directly on hand.
I remember the human's name that you went to the shop of, but I don't remember.
I don't know. It sounds like something I'm gonna have to go back and find out. I mean, to be fair, we have an archive now, but yeah,
I will probably just grab another gnome name because
that's fine. Retconning gnome names, it's fine. Her name is Teeny Brassbottom.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Why not?
Do you want to fight this morning?
I'm just asking why not. It's a perfectly good name.
Because she's not related to Nork Zork Dorkface.
That's
We
actually a
don't
good
we don't know that. We haven't asked her life. First attempt at trying to cross the streams. Not as successful. We'll try again later.
You're gonna get yourself hurt.
Dungeons and Dragons cinematic universe.
And that's kind of like a teasing thing, because Zork doesn't exist in the static universe yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, yet it'll cross over.
It really wouldn't.
You don't know.
I do know.
You don't know. Okay, what was I using for that?
I mean, I feel like it's kind of canon that all of these worlds are interconnected in some way or another. They're all in the same universe.
It is canon, mainly because of my game.
I think the Dragon Queen has an issue with that.
Look, she might have a problem with it, but it's a fact she needs to deal with.
The Dragon Queen has legitimately pulled characters from the other world.
Yeah, she can't really complain too much about it.
I mean, she can. And she very much will.
It is neither here nor there. Alright.
Now that we're ready to resume.
The harbor is preparing for its new day. Apparently.
Sounds like a whore.
Sorry, Roll20 is moving so slow for me right now.
Right now?
Like, a lot slower than usual, I suppose. Please don't invite this NPC to go with you.
I make no promises.
Alright. Her name is Arisini.
Arisanino.
Oh, okay. I did not see that part.
So you get to the shop, and Arisini is seeming to be putting around, preparing for her day. When she hears the door open, she will kind of fall behind her, not looking. We're not open yet.
I mean, your door's open.
She'll turn to see you and smile. Well, I suppose I could make an exception for you, seeing as you do have such interesting tools.
You haven't seen nothing yet, really.
You have more tools to show me then?
Here and there.
Well, what can I help you with?
You're the first person I thought of because of your delightful engineering background. I gotta ask, just first and foremost, because it's curious to me. As I explained, my little tool over here, obviously it is magical in nature. Are you? You're a technomancer, right?
She'll tilt her head. In ways, I do work on things like what you brought.
Blending gadgets and magic, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I thought so. Don't see many of those around there. Takes a special sort.
Well, there aren't many here either, so if it's something you don't spread, I would appreciate that.
Yeah. I got no reason to burn that bridge. I like you happy with me just as you are.
Fair enough. So, the curiosity, is there a reason for that?
It's just in the back of my head, really. It's a fun art. I never got the hang. I never got the hang of blending the two, really. Not in the way that I suspect that you can. But yeah, that was idle curiosity. What I'm actually here for, and because I figure with your talents, you might have either knowledge of or a supply of mithril.
I do have a supply, I just don't sell it at my shop. Why are you looking for it?
Because I need to upgrade my tool set, and the current focuses are made of silver, but I need them bigger, better, stronger, faster, and that requires mithril.
Alright, here, I'll do you a favor. And she'll kind of begin gathering things and put a bag together. We'll head down to the shop that sells it, and I'll see if I can help you out.
Okay. And you know what? Because you're hooking me up with this. You got a fair bit of space around you. A clear space in the back for the work in your workshop.
Yeah, of course.
I'll leave something here that'll hang around for about like 8 hours ish. Something that you might want to poke at and get a couple ideas with.
Her eyes will kind of narrow on your face. You'll leave it here for that long? I thought you were in a rush to get out.
Oh, I can just leave it here. It's a magical construct. The spell will fade in 8 hours, but it might be something to get your creative juices flowing.
And it doesn't matter how far away you are from it?
Nope, it just exists.
She takes on a thoughtful look. Alright, We could set that up once we're back.
All right, cool.
And she will take you further into town to another shop that's less accommodating for humanoids your size, where you will you will be taken to what appears to be a blacksmith of sorts. It's a wide but stout shop. Not quite as small as some of the gnome buildings, and it does have quite a large opening in the back. This is where you will meet a dwarven man who sells mithril.
Hello, hello. How are you today, sir?
Doing fine. I see you're with my business partner here. What's going on?
Well, I was striking up a conversation with this lovely young lady, and mentioned that I'm in need of mithril, and she took me to the person she knows best.
Did you just assume my gender?
Yes. He's a dwarf. They're all he's, even the women.
Okay.
Wow.
We're done.
All right.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Mithril, huh? Don't usually sell to the public.
Well, good thing it's for private use, I guess.
He'll glance to Arseny and give her kind of a look. All right. How much of it do you need?
Well, part of that depends on what you have on hand. I have need of a good solid length of mithril chain. Fine links as we can get ourselves.
And how long do you need it?
Quite a bit, actually. Let's see here. I need... Oh, 10... Come on, where's that? About good 200 feet of it.
The dwarf's eye will kind of widen as he takes you in. And what exactly are you doing with this?
Well, yeah, a good 200 feet would do me. It's to create a perimeter. I'm also going to need a key cast in mithril, several, like 4 pyramid caps, and a well, I've got the last bit of it, but yeah, that's basically what I need in mithril.
All right, that's quite a toll you got there.
Well, Khajiit has coin.
A smirk takes his face. It's gonna take quite a bit of coin for this. You're asking for my whole supply of mithril chain.
Well, hey, it's a plus that you have it there to sell.
glance back to the gnome before nodding his head. All right, Are you doing your own casting or getting that done for you?
Well, if you've got, I'm no spring chicken behind a hammer, and thankfully the intricacies of the caps and key, I just need the basics of that done. I know it's a lot to ask, but if you don't want to handle that particular yourself, I'd be more than willing to put the legwork in for it.
Yeah, if you do it, then it'll be a bit cheaper.
And you said you had the chain all ready, right?
Chain's ready, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so you're going to make the key and caps yourself, yes?
Yeah, and in fact, might make that 2 keys. I've got something else I'm working on.
Okay. So I'm not 100% sure on pricing for this. I want to say between 1K for the lot.
What's that?
I'm trying to figure out pricing.
Well, as far as the mechanics of my spells went, the gold cost is about 1,000 each,
For the
and
key?
adding in that other key would 1,000 gold is for the keys, the caps, and the chain, with a little bit of work done on them specifically for for the things that I need to do with them. But yeah, I'm needing to essentially spend about 3 grand in mithril for all of it.
Okay. Fair enough then. So you spend about that and a few, like an hour or two for making these things? I'm not sure how long that would take.
I mean, we've got a dwarven smith. I'm pretty sure he can make mithril. He can melt the mithril down. The making a mold for it is actually not that hard. I've seen the way it works, and so long as I don't need anything too intricate, it's not that bad. An hour seems about good, just to kind of like to heat up his forges and all that, and me to basically press in the sides to get the mold caps, and then yeah, about an hour and a half because of cooling, and also basically the sections where I can attach all the caps and yeah.
Alright, so you spend an hour and a half and 3 grand and have pearl supplies you were looking for.
4, 8, 3. Okay. That is a whole lot of everything right there.
Alright, during this time, Tuki, you guys have eaten, gotten ready, all that jazz, probably out of your room. And is there anything you're doing in town before returning to the ship? Anybody?
What was that?
I'm asking you, after getting ready and such, is there anything you're doing? Yeah. You guys do know that Esther was planning to set sail as early in the morning as possible.
Dookie is content to enjoy breakfast in bed and then get moving, unless Shaden needs to do anything.
Sweden has no engagement and will be eager to get on the ship and on their way.
Hawk is not quick to leave his room.
Alright. So you're not in a rush at all, even though you're the one on the rescue mission.
Well, he's not eager to find out if he's going to have to hunt anyone down.
Okay.
Okay, we leave the room, we go to the ship.
So you uneagerly eventually make your way to the ship. Fair enough. Okay, so you guys are going to make it back before go. That's much.
That sounds about right.
You'll find that the ship is about ready for to set sail, but it seems that Goen, the foxes, are missing, but Avera is there hard at work.
Chuki will wave to Avera.
Avera will kind of nod your way, still with the navigator.
Hawk will approach Avera.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. There seems to be some lasting tensions from the last time we spoke.
He's very informative. I see we're missing 3 people. Does that mean he's taken off?
Goen? I don't. A moment of worry will pass over her face. I don't think so.
Hawk will raise his eyebrows a bit. No?
He left while I was getting things set, but didn't seem like he had plans to disappear into the night.
Like magic.
I see. Then I suppose if you think he's going to be coming back, we should wait.
Well, if you're alright with waiting, there's a
Hawk will just draw in a deep breath. What is now we're going to change, I suppose.
suppose.
He'll roll his eyes to the side. Is there anything I can do to help?
No, we're ready. We're just charting a course. It looks about 6 days' journey.
Hawk will draw in a breath again, and he'll turn more to Olivia. Would you like to feed the birds before we head out?
Olivia, who looked like she was walking around in a daze, cheers up right away.
She is walking a little funny.
Quinn.
Inappropriate. But yes.
Alright, you guys will go to feed the birds and go in. You've got your things. What are you doing?
I have got my things. I am checking something real quick here. Oh, wow, okay. What I'm checking on the last bit of component that I. Okay, yeah, that is absolutely no problem. But I will I will thank the dwarf, and why not for commandeering all that? Why not? Uh, I will also give him 20 gold for use of the forge and his expertise, because I know how to speak dwarf.
Well, you're making friends. Good job.
And by that I mean give him beer and or gold. Uh, so yeah, I will thank him, and if I'm ever in the area and in need, he will be the one that I seek out for assistance.
We're business partners.
I just don't like letting a good supplier go unrewarded.
He'll nod at you. Well, I look forward to doing business with you then.
Oh yeah, there's going to be a time where I'm going to need to come into a not as big a stock, but adamantium. If you can get a small bit of that, I'll next time I come around, I'm going to end up needing some.
He'll look thoughtful for a long moment. I'll check my supply, see what I can do, and be in touch with you, I hope.
Yeah, no rush on that one. I'm a little ways from needing it.
Another nod.
But I will head back to with Arisane.
Arisane.
Arisane. Sorry, it's my accent. She doesn't happen to know where I can get my hands on some high quality spell books.
Looks a moment of surprise, but then gives a nod. There's a mage shop down the way.
Okay, because I'm going to need. Because I'm going to need something fancy. Something real fancy.
She will lead you further in town, away from the port, more so away from the crafting district, if you would, and to a humanoid-sized building. It actually doesn't look like a shop, more so like a home. And she'll knock. The door will be opened by a tall, thin girl with black horns on her head. She takes you both in.
Good morning.
Good morning. A sense of surprise is kind of on her face. There's something I can help you with.
Yes, in fact, my new friend here has directed me to you when I told her of my need for a very well-crafted tome.
Oh, she'll give Arseny a kind of annoyed look, and the gnome will smile up at her. I can supply that. I do so more unofficially, but
I see. I will keep I will keep this to myself then.
yes, well, I don't. I suppose you could say I'm in competition with the normal dealer of such things. But, you know,
No. You come on recommendation, so I will explain that that I am in need of a very fine tome, solidly bound, resistant, inlaid with gems. Basically, I'm looking to drop 1,000 gold on a spell tome.
alright. She will,
I don't know. Do they have Bokob's books here in this edition?
a what?
There's a magic spell book essentially that is wonderful, but it doesn't seem like it's in this edition. But basically, I need yeah, Doji Boy got it right here. Yeah, I don't think it's in 5th edition though. But basically, I just need something very hardy, very. I need to spend 1,000 gold for this tome.
So, like, a very hard to set on fire spellbook?
I mean, that's always a good thing. All resistant to the elements. Like getting it wet's not going to be a problem.
Alright,
Kind of almost like. I can't even, but things in very, very good sheet protectors essentially. But yeah, water resist. It's not gonna. Maybe even lightly enchanted. I don't know. Just to resist general wear, tear, water, that sort of thing.
okay. When you enter this home, you will walk right into into a small library. There are just bookshelves lining the walls, and they go all the way up to the high roofs in this place. And after your explanation, the female will begin just going over the bookshelves and uh, from one end to the other, ladder around, and despite her full-length dress climbing up it and down it, eventually she will back with a book. It may suit your needs, but she explains that it's been enhanced to be a bit more durable.
All right, thank you. This looks like it'll do quite nicely.
What do you want it for?
A focus. I have a very specific spell in mind, and it requires a book of this quality.
Alright. Well, I guess if you need any further help supply those.
I greatly appreciate you parting with this.
And like I said, this is more so a hobby for me. I dabble.
Now, is it just binding that you do, or do you actually create items in your own?
I do very few items. prefer to stay with my alchemy practices, but
An alchemist. Wow. Okay. Well, you're certainly a handy person to know. I'm glad to make your acquaintance.
well, hopefully that'll be likewise for me. She'll kind of do a small smile.
Gonna smile back. Just now. Maybe I'll have something to share when my research bears fruit.
I would appreciate that. And are you looking for anything else going?
She doesn't have spell scrolls on hand, does she?
Normal ones, she does.
Normal spell scrolls.
Normal empty spell scrolls, she has plenty of those.
Oh, no, nothing with spells on them.
See if you can buy spells or copy down spells.
It basically, if I can find a couple of spell scrolls that she has on hand, that would be fun. I don't know if she's got any.
No, she's not got any of those on hand. But, like I said, she does have the empty spell scrolls if you were looking to copy on to something.
Let's see. Do I have? Taking a look at all my stuff here. Ball bearings. Okay, I have 2,000 gold worth of all that currently. I'm going to say that why not? It's kind of burning a hole in my pocket here. If she's got about 1,000 gold worth, I will gladly pick up an extra grand in spell paper and ink.
Alright, she's happy to supply that.
Okay. Just made these people's days all around town here.
Yes, you are putting quite a bit in your pocket.
Okay, so with that, all right, 1,000 gold worth of spell supplies, 1,000 gold book, and I will go ahead and tip her 25 for the unannounced visit in.
She's completely caught off guard by that. Really quick, those on the ship. Going's been gone quite a bit longer than any of you expected. Is there anything you're doing? Fluffy?
What?
Is there anything you're doing? Are you just waiting around? Going's taking quite a bit of time.
No, I don't think so. Juki's pretty good. Unless Shaden wants to go do something.
No, Shaden's going.
Amen.
Got what? What did you say? You kind of broke up there.
I said Shaden just wants to get going. She has no plans.
And I said amen. I'm going to assume feeding and doing everything they need to do with the bird.
Yeah.
Hawk's going to start kind of busying himself. Trying to busy himself.
Noticing that you seem a bit nervous, Ulysses will offer to sit down with you and ask you to go over some of her research notes that she's trying to recompile.
Hawk will stare for a moment and then smile. That sounds like it'd be a good idea. What do you have?
You guys will sit down together and pull out her book, and it appears that she's trying to remember what had been. And you are slightly concerned with the held experiments on corpses.
He won't say anything. He'll just kind of stare, his eyes a bit wider. Crying. But then again, very understanding because hello, really.
Yeah, so you guys doing that, where you'll begin to detail their and the experiments they've done. You find out that done experiments.
Hawk will be diligently taking notes about time. Why she's stuck in zero state.
I think that's first. I'm not really sure.
Shifts awkwardly. I see.
You can get her to talk about it.
Oh. Now? Hog's face grows extremely stressed when breath and what you guys include.
You put her hand buried in let go.
He will shake his head. I'm sure that's definitely will. Maybe if Remy human may not.
But agree with
What does she think it is?
she says she doesn't know. She just wants to in the box.
Well, maybe later we can.
Go in. You five. You've made friends.
I heard my name, but I hear a lot of garbled static at that point.
Oh, well, you've gotten your supplies and friends with
Friends with a dog, yes. Remy's
okay.
awake now.
You've made friends with Dimian, a horned female. Seems he's made by.
Tiefling or dragon?
Would you know that?
I've seen some shit, certainly.
Has Goen ever seen a
A
Dovahkiin? what you named the race?
Oh yeah, I have seen both varieties.
Then you can roll either an insight or a perception or even three.
Perception? Why, certainly, I'd like to roll perception. Ah, 16.
Alright, with a roll of 6, you're on the fence, but you're kind of thinking you didn't see a tail. Likely leaning towards dragon.
Okay.
And you also made friends with the back.
Making friends wherever I go.
So,
Just imagine if I was trying to lay on the charm.
uh,
To bring this to a close a little bit a little bit more quickly than I have been, I will go back to Aristine's workshop. Gladly hand her 25 gold for her being a tour guide for the morning, because I know I kept her from her preparations for the day.
out payment.
Was it?
No, I want it.
Work up.
Thanks for being obnoxious, Valdo.
That's what I do.
Here, let me check settings really.
Yes, Mars attack axe.
See if that works. There we go. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Alright, so Arsene says no to your payment. She just wants to know what you're up to.
If you're not going to accept it as payment, consider it a down payment on a credit towards a future endeavor. But just you've done me a really solid couple of favors, and it's worth the gold for your time. But as the major part of my bargain, I will show you the lesser thing that I was working on, because I don't have the rest of it set up. But I will summon her in the workshop a quad for her to look at for 8 hours.
Are you only letting her look at it?
I mean, look, if she wants to trash her place trying to learn how to drive it, that's on her. But I will summon it up in the space in the workshop.
Mm-hmm.
And it will just be there. It lasts for 8 hours, so.
Alright. Well, if you thought Remy was excited when she first saw the quad, yeah.
The eyes on gnomish eyes are already big, but they grow from small tea saucers to full on like $5 nacho plate night levels. The gnome artificer sees this thing.
Alright.
Construct made out of force. It's a thing I use. Brakes, gas. It's got pep. So just thought you might like to look it over. All the parts are sound. I don't know if you can actually pull them apart, but keen eyes, you can probably get some ideas.
Would you be upset if I tried to pull it apart?
This one, each time I cast this thing out, it's a new and independent thing. So, do what you want with it. Nothing is volatile on it, so you can rest assured there.
I appreciate you letting me investigate something like
No. You seem like the sort with a very large curiosity. Maybe something good will come of it.
that. She'll nod, but she's already inching to her workshop wanting to get her tools and...
Yeah, she's barely paying attention to me anymore. Yeah. They say chicks dig a guy with a ride. Chicks just dig the ride.
Very true in this aspect.
Well, I'll leave you to it. I've got to go catch a boat.
Alright, so... You're headed back towards the ship.
Yep. And that, my friends, is how you spend all the money. I didn't get as many tools from this haul as I did the last one, but I did get a lot of the tools last time, and now I got some cool ones.
Good job spending it all in one place.
3 places. 3 places.
Alright, when you get back to the ship, you see that Avera is standing tense, hands on hip, at the docking point, looking for you.
Come wandering up, just... Hello, Vera.
I thought you left.
I wouldn't take off and not steal you along with us.
Do hope so.
Hey, thick as thieves, yeah?
She'll give you a smile. What my plan is.
I mean, I wouldn't call Avera thick, but that booty. I mean...
She's got a nice shape to her.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you are finally on the ship. People have been waiting for you.
Okay. Fucking tired.
I'm sure you are. You should have probably rolled for exhaustion or something.
I rolled a 17 on my con earlier.
Okay.
I did check for that.
Alright, so you are, you're on the ship?
I'm on the ship.
Those who have been impatiently waiting for you are ready to set sail. So you guys set out a bit later than you guys had planned. Hawk, as the ship starts moving, you will kind of get the notion that either you left going behind or he's finally made it back to the ship.
Either way, really.
He will get up and rush towards the upper decks to check.
Turn invisible. No. At that point, he would just see a fox holding in midair. No. No, I'll be up there.
Okay, so you have no problems finding him?
He will pause and stare for a moment.
Tired.
You've come back.
Just give him a nod.
Glad we
nice
didn't.
Huh?
I'm glad we didn't decide to leave.
Aren't we leaving? I'm not hallucinating. We're pulling away from port, right?
I meant earlier, but yes.
Wasn't my choice to make.
Neither was it mine. He'll glance to Avera with a nod.
As you guys are talking, Goen, you feel a sharp pain at your arm, and it seems the fox you've been carrying nipped you.
Yeah, it was your choice.
There's a whimper as it begins to squirm, making it difficult for you to keep a hold of.
You're running away from me now? Yeah, sounds about right. Set Remy down.
With your remark, you'll get another nipping, a bit harder this time.
Mm-hmm. Still, put Remy down.
Remy will stretch out and then almost instantly get glomped by the fox.
See, you were safe.
Alright, so, you guys are off on a 6-day boat ride.
Now, if Goen wants any target practice, he can just aim for my head at this point.
Oh, don't worry. I'm pretty sure the Dro is going to be aiming for you soon enough.
Nothing has been proven.
You know what you did. We all know what you did.
Alright, so...
Now that you know anything.
I know everything.
Alright,
Did Olivia follow?
no, she's downstairs with her. She got interested in what she was doing. But, is there anything you guys are doing on this passage?
Well, Hawk's gonna first just return downstairs just after seeing that everyone was there and sit back down with Olivia. They've returned.
I'm glad we made it.
He'll nod.
Well, I suppose he can exist still.
He'll nod. Maybe after he gets some rest, we'll talk to him about what you and Novelli were discussing.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
And at that point, Hawk's just going to start studying from his language book.
As you are studying, a few hours into it or whatever, you're really getting into it, focused, but suddenly the pages blur. The ink begins to run from the printed, and slowly they morph into two dark eyes staring at you. A cold zing runs down your back.
You know what you did.
Hawk's eyes are just going to widen. He's just going to slowly shut the book.
Not today, Satan!
You close the book and the sensations are...
Do you possibly want to get some fresh air? We've been down here for a little while. His voice is obviously stressed.
That's an idea. And Olivia will kind of stretch out. I wonder if Avera wants to fly with you.
I'm sure she probably will. She could probably use a break from all sailing.
Alright, Tuki.
Mm-hmm.
You have a very long boat right ahead of you. Is there anything in particular that you are aiming to get done?
As normal, Hawk with all his intelligence filled with all the good ideas. Tuki was still working on learning
Learning what?
a language.
Yes. All right. So during these 6 days, you and Shaden are going to put in the hours necessary to getting your draconic up to a fluent level.
Whee!
You can now ask where the bathroom is.
What did you need?
Did I get any languages from the few hours before Avera decided to, Veli decided to interrupt me with her glaring cold eyes?
You wouldn't get it in that time, but you're doing this over these 6 days that you are going to be on the ship.
Yes.
Then, was there one particular you were studying?
You told me last time I didn't have that choice.
Okay, that's all right.
I mean, I could go for the one that I was studying the previous time for this. You never told me which one that was. If you want me to have, I do have a choice in mind.
Okay, go ahead and give me your choice because you have like all the languages on here.
I don't know if I could say it correctly, but it's like Aquin.
Aquin,
Aquin.
the language of the water folk.
Because they're on a boat.
Yeah, you will legitimately be able to say you speak fish.
Exactly.
Thank you for the demonstration.
I'm a helper.
So yes, you spend your 6 days on the passage, and you are able to get down Aquin enough to be understood and to understand others.
Yes.
It's a little rough, but you're getting there.
So, what kind of proficiency should I put? Like expert, or just in general?
Just put your language in there. Goin, what are you doing on your 6 days? Studying any skills?
I think that is a fair enough bit of time to say that I have prepped the materials and whatnot for my spell crafting.
That is fair. I can agree with that.
So that's the bulk of my effort because I need to make for sure the chain is prepared, all this and that good stuff. I do want to speak with Avili, though.
All right, and when do you decide to do this?
That is the question, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know when she's strong enough to do that. Like if it's a nocturnal thing for her or
There's no specific time. It's just that she's on a timer once she comes out of that.
probably kind of during the period where I'm not busy with Remy.
All right, so in the daytime when Remy is off.
Yeah.
All right.
Basically, what I want is to get a couple of pieces of information. First and foremost, kind of taken with my reflection currently, is what she wants done with herself. That's the
Alright.
biggest question.
So are you guys having this discussion in private?
Yeah, there's no reason to speak super openly.
All right. So you're asking what she wants done with herself is in.
Yeah,
Oh.
what does she see with her life? I mean,
At first, she's being super difficult. And hold on a minute.
The DM ran away from us. Finally had enough of my shit.
I mean, ran away, yes.
What?
I was saying the DM had enough of my shit and ran away.
Not yet. Weirdo. Alright. First, Avilia is being very difficult, and she's answering you in pictures. She will show you Euliphia's face, though she's sitting right there across from you. And then she will show you the image of her handing her research to you.
Okay, so... So go a lot quicker if we could actually talk. Is that something you can manage?
She'll look a little put off by the request and then sigh. I suppose.
I understand that the mental images are probably something easier for you. But
She'll give on.
But I think what we need to talk about here is worth the words. You're in a state right now, and what do you want for yourself? I know that you're very keen on protecting Eulifia. But what is it that you want for your life? You existing as you are now is gotta be really rough.
The way I exist is my own fault, as I was not keen enough to properly execute my experiment. And then the unfortunities with the dwarves. It is what it is. I don't change.
Well, maybe if you can show me what happened to you, what went wrong, maybe we can work on a way of getting you, I don't know, fully on one side or the other, depending on how you want to be.
Her eyes will kind of narrow. Are you trying to get rid of him?
I'm not trying to get rid of you. I'm trying to... I'm trying to figure out what's going to make you happy. Existing in that state can't be anything good. So, if you want back in the physical world, we can start working towards that.
She'll slowly nod.
Now, I think I've got kind of an idea of how to do some things on a small scale, but I don't know what's gone on with you. And to that credit, or towards that, do you want her to have the stuff you gave me? I'm guessing that's a full-on yes, but I just kind of want that direct confirmation.
Billy's eyes will widen. You give Eulifia my search.
That's what I can only imagine. That's what binds you, and specifically around me. But honestly, at that point, she's out of danger in an immediate sense. I mean, traveling with us is dangerous, but it's also safer in a way. But honestly, now that that is kind of cleared up, you should be allowed the choice of who you're bound to for the time in which you're bound to anything.
She'll bite her lip, looking very pensive. There are things in those books she doesn't know. I'm not sure she's ready to know them. It may be best to not yet give it to her. Perhaps you and I could work through some of it. I don't want to shock her.
Well, she does seem like a fairly resilient sort, but hey, that's a choice I'm going to leave up to you. I'm just going to let you know that I put it in your hands. If you want me to hand that over, just let me know directly, and we'll make that happen so you're not forced to hover around me. I can't imagine that's such a great thing for you, but... okay, I thought it was my screen. Freaking out. But... yeah. We can start working to figuring out a way to bring you back over here permanently. But I think I've got something that can work in a lesser fashion for brief spots of time.
And what's that?
Something I've been working on.
She'll raise an eyebrow.
I think I can. I think I've got a trick worked out where I can. Maybe because you're actually here and not physically tethered, I can give you kind of a body for a little bit. I mean, it's like a minute, but a minute at a time, and it's not exactly the easiest thing to pull off, but might work. I mean, it's not going to be a body that you're used to, but it's something directly physical.
She looks stunned for a long minute. It's something I'm familiar with, the idea. Never quite pulled it off, though. I suppose that's one of the reasons why I'm in this mess.
I mean, summoning magic is kind of tricky sometimes. I knew a guy who tried it once and got his ass possessed for a good 100 or so years. But that was some active trickery on a third party's behalf. But I mean, at the very least, considering how powerful I know you are, you would certainly be in a weaker state while physical. But it would give you some ability.
That wouldn't be too much of a trade-off, seeing as I can only sustain this kind of projection.
Long enough to throw a group of trespassers into the inky black abyss.
She'll nod, no humor on her face.
Only the barest hints of you know, a barest twitch of a grin for a moment. Clearly he's over the attempt, but you know,
Yeah, still a little salty there.
I'm not. Oh, she's salty because she couldn't kill us. That's hilarious. It's like, I could have killed you. I should have been able to do it. Fucking hell. Why, though? But why, though?
Alright, so you're proposing a possession of sorts.
Not even. It's complicated. We might have to work the details of this out a little bit.
Nasty, evil.
It's fine. This is probably not. This is probably not the most evil thing that I'm going to do with this new spell.
No, so here's what we need to do. We need to get her a Warforged. That would be
Put her in a robot.
hell yeah.
Interesting idea.
Hmm. And Doge, we gotta catch them all, okay? It is my prerogative. So yeah, I have that conversation and start working out along that, and also sharing my ideas for the mansion key.
So this idea with the mansion key, you guys go back and forth, and you find that she's familiar with this idea.
Well, I know she's familiar with the mansion.
She's amused that this is what you want to, I guess you could say, coordinate on.
Yeah, it's a collaborative effort. I've got some of the bases. She's got the juice for it.
She agrees nonetheless.
And hey, I'm pretty sure the spell can be altered that at least while in this ethereal plane, that she'll probably have a physical presence. We'll just have to forego on the room servants, or many of them.
Possibly. I think it could allow her a place to have physical form and not be drained by it.
Yeah, there's a staff of 100. The spell has 100 spectral servants. I'm pretty sure if we even kept 10, we can alter that. 10 people wandering around to do housework and stuff, but one drow lady being able to be in the place and, exist.
All right. So is this something you want her to cast now, or are you waiting to get off the ship?
Well, here's the thing. We have got time and materials. And honestly, the spells that I had that required the new upgraded material are already done. I was just waiting on collecting the materials for it in the final prep. This could be my 6 days worth of, like, between the two of us, like, hardcore putting shit into this. I would suggest this is my focus, is making the mansion key.
All right. She will work with you on it, but you can tell it takes quite a toll on her.
It's taking quite a toll on both of us. Shit's not easy, especially whomping on it the way we are.
And are you finding time to get your 8 hours of sleep between this and Remy?
I have lesser restoration, so I mean I am going to have to sleep, but it's like I exist on power naps right now. It is. I am certainly running myself thin.
All right. Fair. All right. So, you spend your 6 days on this project, and while you're spending your time on this project, the Drow will request that you allow her to examine the fox and Remy as well.
It's good because I do want her insight as to anything that she knows about their condition. So I'm more than willing to kind of conk noggins together on that one.
Well, you will find out from her that she did study, and I'm sorry, the word escapes me.
Necromancy, curses,
Lycanthropy?
lycanthropy. Yes.
She did do an extensive study on it and trying to use it in her research.
Which is extraordinarily worrisome, but I'm not going to focus on that particular aspect of it right now.
Fair. And she doesn't think that this is that. Though she's not sure what it is, she doesn't see Remy fully changing the way it would if it was lycanthropy. So that insight you get from her.
Some weird lycanthropic derivative.
She mentions that it reminds her of a race of beings she met once that could shift forms.
Oh, there's shapeshifters, doppelgangers, changelings. There's all kinds of things like that.
Possibly. So that is what she can give you on that. So, you spend your 6 days on that. Tuki, you're spending your 6 days learning Tonic. Anything else?
Once she is the fluent in Draconic, she is totally gonna what is the word? Converse with Cydrus, because that was the entire reason she wanted to learn this.
Alright, so nearing the end of the trip, you take your newfound skill and go to talk to Shaden's pet.
Yep.
He seems amused at best. I mean, he has been hanging out with the both of you, snuggled on one lap or another, and he'll almost test you.
Almost what?
Test you, trying to see how well you know the language.
Oh, I'm sure there's some hiccups here and there.
Yeah. But you are allowed to ask your questions eventually.
Ask what?
Your questions eventually?
Don't really have questions now. Now it's just a matter of cool. I can understand it.
Alright. Besides talking to Poseidrus, is there anything else you're expecting to accomplish?
Not anything that needs to be said.
Okay.
Just making a note, I am probably not visible most of the trip.
Fair. Huh. You too are learning a language on your 6 days of travel. What else are you doing?
Other than conversing with Eulifia about her research. So.
Okay. Eulifia will take time to fly. Her and Avera both. Avera seems to be teaching her how to better maneuver.
During that time, we'll be outside watching as well.
Oh, look at that.
Anything else?
Nope.
Throughout your 6 days, you are constantly tormented by the drone. Seeing black inky spots, feeling chills, feeling as if you're being followed. At night, you have nightmares. She's not leaving you alone. When she's not concentrated on her things with Goen, she's messing with you.
Okay, but after a few days of trying to avoid it, he will finally just wait till Olivia is busy. He'll think back to her. And how long is this going to be going on for?
Forever.
Not that.
Forever. If she
She's not,
plays that gift
not
in his
haunting my dreams.
mind, that's true. If she plays that gift in his mind right now, I will forever allow it.
When you sit down to have this conversation, you feel cold hands around your neck.
I'm glad someone else gets to feel that now every once in a while.
A little bit of what Goen experienced.
Hawk will just suck in, remaining calm. I understand, but I think we can have a mature conversation about this.
Hand squeezed tighter.
Hawk passes out.
She is yet a child.
Not anymore.
No. Oh, do you know how hard it felt for me to not say that? The Olivia has shown that she can make her own decisions. She has been surviving on her own for a while.
Hands tighten.
She'll be a woman soon.
I do not know her physical age, but I'm saying that nothing was out of her own decision.
He going to jail.
She does not know how to make decisions like that. She's lived a very sheltered life.
Sheltered, maybe so, but she is learning to make her own decisions, and she's been doing very good at that.
If I find that you aren't caring for her properly, I will rid her of you.
Is there an assumption that I'm not properly taking care of her?
There's a long moment of pause, and then the ghostly feelings of hands around your neck will disappear. Not
You now
yet.
feel yourself being castrated. No,
Not yet.
And I will forever do my best to fully take care of her. And feel free to chime in if there's something that I could be doing better. So slight sarcasm, the thinnest layer of all sarcasm ever.
You won't get any further response. But after the discussion, the drow will leave you alone.
We'll smirk and just continue watching Olivia and Avera fly around.
Alright. So,
Chris Hansen's about to show up at Hog's doorstep.
I believe we've covered everything that needs to be covered in on the trip on your
On a boat.
Yes, on the boat. Unless there's something else you guys want to cover.
No. Just ground.
Yes,
Well, water.
you do that. Going. The fox is slowly becoming... Remy Fox is slowly becoming more independent of you when they are in their fox form.
No.
The days they'll spend their time on your lap, and then will begin to move about the cabin, but staying close. They seem a bit restless.
Aren't we all?
The fox girl, she remains quiet, but is always beside Remy. No matter what sharing.
So does she have a story? Was she always like this?
Are you asking me or are you asking her?
Yes.
So Gowen's actually going to sit down and have a discussion with Fox Girl.
There are times where I'm not able to be working, and I can at least try conversating.
You will find out that this is the way of her people. That this is just their natural state to share their form. You will find out that prior to Remy, she'd never been in human form, as they need a host in order to get to their human form.
Shifter herpes. Got it.
Pretty much.
And what does she know about the process after the fact?
What do you mean by that question?
Like the person who was bit, the infected individual. Do they lose touch of who they were? Do they shift to somebody else? Do they... I mean... Like, do they start losing themselves?
She seems surprised by these questions and eventually you that that is not what happened. That they always remain human, but they're forced into a physical form of a fox.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
Is that all that they share? Is just the ability to be humanoid?
It seems that they just share well, you will find out that despite not having any training, this fox girl has ability to wield some magic.
Okay.
She doesn't know if this is something that Remy will also get settling in of the curse.
But there's no, like, mind sharing or sensory linking?
That she will inform you that she feels extremely attached to Remy and very protective of her. That they do get a sense of each other's emotions. And it makes them very tight.
All right, but it has no direct influence.
She can't influence Remy.
But she can't directly. She can also not directly feel what Remy feels.
Like I said, she can pick up on Remy's emotions.
Okay.
But she doesn't know the extent of that. She's expressing what is currently the thing.
Okay. All right. We're just seeing how generally awkward things are then. It's like if I'm making out with Remy, does she? That's a level of separation I'm comfortable with.
All right. So, any other questions for Fox Girl?
No, but I imagine over the course of the trip, I will at least be used to their presence and hopefully make it known that there's nothing against her. I just don't like the situation and that it just kind of sprung out.
Well, she unlike Eulithia, she's not shy of you or
She just straight up doesn't like me.
she has
It's not of irrational fear.
she has none of that. She likes you well and wants you to not have this offensive energy towards her. She will begin to warm up to you and spend quite a bit of her time near you.
Yeah, I got nothing against her. I just don't like the situation because just suddenly Remy was kind of taken from me. For the better part of a day.
You have the meanest DM ever. I understand.
I wouldn't say you're the meanest, but you do some mean things.
All right.
But then again, that's the prerogative of every DM. If we don't do mean things to our players every once in a while, we lose our membership card. At least that's how I understood it.
All right. So, night before you guys dock, Hawk, you are going to be. You've just fallen into your trance when you find yourself in a warm library smelling of sage.
You're mean to me.
And you wander these halls and they're familiar to you. It's your library. But it somehow seems lighter, cleaner. You notice only those who had always been good within the walls of the library, none which you had walked on eggshells by, known as abusive. You're disappointed that Nilrin isn't there, or it's not Nilrin, I'm sorry, Nylan.
The crossover we're not prepared for.
You're disappointed there, but eventually comes this largely windowed area. There's an opening that leads to a small waterfall and spring, and standing before the water, Ginny. You will look up mask place, so you can't see his expression, but he'll gesture for you to join.
Hawk will step forward, politely join.
He'll kind of give you a slight nod. You are close now. I wouldn't hesitate. Nylan is they were to be found. They are quite close to finding. There's something I haven't disclosed about this. Nyland had never worked for the library.
Hawk runs confusingly, his eyes shift.
Working for the main Avasa school. He was only placed in the library in order to figure out what had happened. Because somehow outsiders gotten within our midst. They were dangerous. Those outside gotten a hold. And for that I'm sorry. Nyland will tell you the rest, but I do urge you to not spend more days.
Fine.
After you port, head northwest in the forest, not yet. He'll be then. Eventually you come upon him. And I hope you do for who are looking.
Great haste.
A warm hand is set on your shoulder, but then the dream fades altogether. You awake. The boat is docking. It's noisy, and you know that Avera is in the room with sound. For that, you some kind of.
I don't take comfort that Vera's in the same room as me.
Oh shoot, Eulithia. Sorry, I always get my winged girls mixed up. Don't know why I do. No, Avera is beyond the dock, checking you guys in.
Hawk will rush upstairs to take in surroundings and information.
Alright, you guys are docked at a place, and I think we will stop it there.
Okay. Sounds good.
Open up the form for anything you want to do in this town, or you guys head out.
How far are we from the
See what?
school that we were heading to? Like day, couple days?
Yeah, what about mileage?
I'm not on the mileage. Hold on.
Well, like on foot.
On foot to the school? Not that. Ignore that. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, if we get how many days on foot it is, we can start figuring that out. Yeah, new map.
Okay, so you guys were here. And you guys have followed this side of this southern port down here. And that's where you guys are porting. This is
Okay, so we're not too far.
You're not far off at all. I would say somewhere between 3 and 5 days.
3 and 5 days. Do we have a more solid number on that?
I'm sorry that I am not good at calculating distances when
Well, no, I'm just saying. I mean, you've given us a range, but like on foot, 3 or 5 days. So what? 4?
The average, call it 4.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing it's 4, depending on, if you get held up or not.
Sure.
All right, 4 days foot travel. Got it. Because I've got math to do.
Good news is, looks like there's lots of trees on the way, so we will be able to get back like instantly.
Yes, you are back in a very forested area, and actually the temperature has cooled down quite a bit. It is no longer the nice tropical feel that you used to have.
That's fine. We're not on a sightseeing tour. We're going for speed.
But because it would probably take a few more hours to complete everything I had planned, we will stop. Try to pick this up soon.
Okay, sounds good.
So thank you guys for joining.
Woo!
Thank you for running.
Yep.
Yeah, I do a mediocre job, so I'm glad you guys put up with it.
You do a great job.
You do well. I want to hear your crap. I corner the market on that.
Hardly.
Well, that being said, thank you everyone for joining. There was a fair bit done here. I'm looking forward to the things that are going to be happening here quite soon. So yeah, with that, what is it? Tomorrow's Monday. Okay. Tuesday will Monday. No, Monday. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I speak words for a living. Really, I do. So tomorrow night we will be continuing with Bramstock. We'll see if you guys make it out of the dungeon and carry on for there. That's going to be fun. That is at 10 p.m. Eastern time. And, Tuesday, while again continuing with The Evil Within. And I don't know if we've got any other D&D games planned until Sunday.
Unless you guys are bailing, I have plans to run a game on Tuesday, yes.
Okay. What? I don't know. This is the section where I ask. I'm cool. I'm cool with Tuesday. I'm cool with whenever.
I'm good with Tuesday.
Tuesday will, I think rotation-wise, I believe it's Wandwed's turn, but that depends on a lot of things. So it's either Wandwed or Lost Souls. Either way, you're going to be in the snow.
Yay,
Woo!
snow!
Snow!
Wait, Lost Souls we're not. Well, we might be still. I don't know, but we're in the port town. I knew some people.
You're still in the snowy port town.
Okay.
Snow is still a thing. Good to know. All right, and here's my reminder for anybody who is watching and or current or cares about such things. What is it in about? Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In about 3.5 hours, we got my friend Shido at ESA. I think he's doing Resident Evil, speed running it for the whole of for everybody. So if you can make it to the ESA Twitch, show him some love. it's gonna be interesting. I've never seen any of this stuff happen before, like in such a setting. So yeah, if anyone wants to stop by, show them appreciation. I'm gonna be there to do what little harassing I can over such a large event. but in any case, y'all have a good day. You take care of yourselves, and yeah, we'll see you later.